Hi, I'm Rich Isett with Papé Machinery. Today I'd like to discuss our 544G tier wheel loader with you. Now John Deere changed the tiering system on their wheel loaders, introducing the X, P, and G tier. Now each of these models is different and brings something to the table. The X being leading innovations in technology, P for more performance-based, and G for economical and reliable products. Today we're going to look at the G. When Deere rolled out the new G series, they wanted to introduce a more economical and reliable model that didn't sacrifice performance capabilities and shared common components with other wheel loaders in the lineup. Starting looking at the left side of the machine, a common theme across all John Deere wheel loaders is ground access, daily maintenance, and service, and that's continued on the G series. Starting with our transmission oil, you have transmission fill and sight gauge, both located ground level at the front of the machine. You'll notice that the grease zergs are easily accessed, including a remote grease bank right next to the transmission fill. Moving towards the back of the machine, on the inside of the door, you have a hydraulic sight gauge. Again, easy access for your operators or mechanics to check the fluid level before the shift begins. All of your fluids and filters located in one place. This also includes ground level fueling, engine oil add, and DEF fluid. Another neat feature John Deere includes on their machines is a site diagram showing all the grease zerg locations. This means your technicians, operators don't have to climb all over the machine to figure out where the zergs are. They can go here for a reference point, get straight there, get it greased, and get it going. Looking at the back of the machine, you'll see that our cooling package has a compartment that opens right there. This little panel flips. Now it's only about 3 inches, but that's enough to get an air wand in there and allow you to blow out any debris or dust, any buildup on your coolers that might be affecting the machine operation. Moving towards the back of the 544G, you'll see this machine is configured with the optional rear view camera. Now, a key difference between the G and the P series comes with our cooling package. Now, John Deere has long been known for their quad cool system that we've had on K, L, P series. Well, on the G series, we've moved back to a stacked cooler configuration. Now, this isn't a departure from the norm, but rather a return to it, as a vast majority of our competitors run the stacked cooler configuration. The machine also comes with an optional auto reversing fan. This is available from the factory if you opt for that upgrade. Moving to the right-hand side of the 544G, you'll see how much access we have to the engine, after treatment system, and coolers. John Deere did a great job on the design, just as on the left-hand side, of opening this up. You can get where you need to, when you need to, without having to climb all over the machine. Some neat features on the 544 is our John Deere 6.8 liter engine. Now this is a tried and true engine used across multiple platforms by John Deere, and they put that in our 544G. So what does that mean for you as an end user? That means that you have a field tested and proven engine pushing our G series loaders. Parts are going to be available, service is going to be provided. We're going to be able to keep these machines running. Moving over to the cooling package, same as the left-hand side, you can see this little panel pulls open, gives you the ability to get an air wand in, clear out the stack coolers of any dirt and debris. Again, that's available on the left and right-hand side of the machine. Looking at the right-hand side of the machine, you'll notice this compartment, again, ground level, but access the dual batteries and the battery master disconnect switch. Moving to the front of the 544G, the first thing I want to point out is the boom design. Now this was utilized on the K series by John Deere and has been reintroduced on the 544G. Why is this important? Because John Deere is taking field-tested, proven designs and reintegrating them into their new models. The model comes with 2 options for boom configuration: standard Z-bar or high lift. Now, if you opt for the high lift option, you're going to get an additional 14 inches height to hinge pin. This is a great option if you're doing ag applications or any truck loading where you have a higher point of clearance for dump. You'll notice this machine is configured with the Z-bar, our standard linkage. But the linkage itself was actually taken from the K series. So again, you have field-tested, proven designs being utilized on the new G series. Regarding buckets and couplers, the 544G can be ordered with pin-on, JRB 416, or high-vis ISO couplers from the factory. Now, a great thing about the couplers is they're backwards compatible. So if you're running attachments that have the same coupler setup, for instance, this JRB, those attachments will work on your 544G. Furthermore, if you're running attachments on an older K or an L, those attachments will work on the 544G. Moving on to buckets, you have two options from the factory for this. You have a 2.75 cubic yard or a 3.0 cubic yard bucket available. One of the major components I do want to discuss on the 544G is the axles. Now these are John Deere team-made axles, the same you'll find on the L or P series wheel loaders. Okay, one key difference though is the options these axles come with. Now on the 544G you have two options. You can order it with conventional differentials, those are open non-locking diffs, or you can upgrade to have a locking front differential. A difference between the G and P, however, is on the G you cannot have front and rear locking diffs. For that option, you would have to move to the P series. So we've already discussed the boom configuration taken off the K series, the 6.8 liter engine utilized across multiple platforms with Deere, and the team-made axles by John Deere that are utilized in our P series. I also want to let you know other major components such as the transmission is also utilized in our P series as well as our G. So why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because I really want to reinforce the point that the major components on this 544G are already being utilized in other models across John Deere. They're proven in the field, we have countless hours on them, and the parts are readily available at your local dealership or at the John Deere parts depots. Everything we need to support this model is already in place. Now the 544G is available with two levels of trim packages from the factory. Level 1 is your more simple economical trim package. It comes with a mechanical seat, does not have ride control, and does not come with a radio, although it does come radio ready from the factory. If you upgrade to the level 2 package, you have a air ride seat, ride control, and an AM/FM radio. Now depending on the application, each trim package offers its own benefits. For longer hours and days in the machine, you might upgrade to the level 2 package for more comfort for your operator. After all, a comfortable operator is a more productive operator. The air ride seat, the ride control feature, these are really going to be beneficial throughout the day. Another neat feature on the level 2 package is ride control. Now, for any load and carry application, this is going to be crucial as it's going to help keep material in the bucket as you transport it. If you look ahead at the machine, I'm going to demonstrate how ride control works. Ride control can be programmed two ways. One is on and the other is on auto ride. Auto ride control comes on when you pass a certain mile per hour, which can be determined in your monitor. Right now, for purposes of display, I'm going to show you how ride control absorbs the impact of the bucket as I bring the boom down. So you'll see me raising the boom up. Now for this machine without ride control engaged, I'm going to incrementally drop the boom. I want you to watch the jerk, and I also want you to watch the bounce that puts on the machine. Now imagine we had material in that bucket. We went over a bump or some uneven terrain. Odds are you're going to be spilling material on the road or wherever you're transporting. Now let's try that again with ride control engaged. As you can see, that is a significant difference. The boom absorbs the impact. That keeps material in the bucket. It also keeps your operator comfortable rather than being bounced around in the cab. Now, a key difference between the G and P is the hydraulic systems the machines run. The G series runs a pilot control system, same as our K series ran, versus our P series, which is electric over hydraulic. Benefits to each, but proven and reliable with the pilot system. When John Deere designed the 544G cab, they had one thing in mind: keep it simple and straightforward. This cab design is great for any operation that is routinely switching operators throughout the day. Keeping it simple and straightforward means less confusion as new operators get in to take over for a shift. Continuing on the simple and straightforward, you'll notice the sealed switch module on the machine only has 15 buttons. This is significantly less than on the P series, although we aren't sacrificing any of those key components. Return to carry, return to dig, boom height kickout, ride control, lights, parking. The key components still remain on the sealed switch module. To the right of the SSM, you'll see a decal in the cab. This decal shows the function of each button. The monitor on the 544G is very similar to that of our other John Deere loaders. This is going to show you the key machine information you need throughout the day. Fuel level, RPM, any diagnostic trouble codes will pop up on the monitor. Furthermore, if you've opted for the rear camera upgrade, when you put the machine in reverse, the camera image will display in your monitor. To the right of the steering wheel, you'll find the hydraulic control lever. Now, this is primarily responsible for boom and bucket functions, but you'll also notice the forward, neutral, and reverse rocker switch in the handle. This allows you to gauge the machine in forward operation, reverse operation, or keep it in neutral. You also see 3 buttons on the top of the joystick. These are used for shifting in the transmission. Right of the controller, you'll see a single axis control lever. This controller allows you to operate any third function hydraulics you'd run off the boom of the machine. This allows you to run a grapple bucket, a broom, any attachment that requires a third hydraulic function. If you have an attachment requiring a 4th function, you can order this option from the factory, further increasing the versatility of the machine and the attachments that can go on it. To the right-hand side of the operator, you'll find basic climate controls for the machine, including heating and air conditioning. The steering console is easily adjustable for both the tower and the wheel. This is going to ensure that your operators are comfortable throughout the day and can get the wheel and tower exactly where they need. To the right side of the steering wheel, you have your lights, turn signals, and windshield washers, all right there at a moment's notice. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions on the 544G, please leave a comment below. Otherwise, for pricing and availability, please contact your local Papé machinery. Also, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for future content being released. I'm Rich Isett. I'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Rich Isett. Started working for Papé in 2012 as a management trainee. I've been with the company for over 11 years now. It's a great company to work for. I love the people in our industry, and I love our industry in whole. It's a pleasure to be a part of it.